Tim, you actually went to this lab in person. What did you see?
That's right, I went out there. Well, what I can tell you is actually it's very nondescript. Unless you knew it was a lab for Apple, there's no way you would discover it on your own. You know, it's a white tiled lab. It previously was owned by Qualcomm. It doesn't really look like much at all, and in fact, there's no signage that really indicates who resides inside. It's only after you go, you know, across a driveway, up some stairs, inside to the reception where you see the Apple logo, and at that point you realize it belongs to Apple. But even at the reception desk, they won't talk at all. They'll basically refuse entry, and you'd really need to make an appointment to go any further. They wouldn't even give out details of who the person in charge would be or how the best way to make contact with the company would be. So they're very, very secretive. And people in and around the facility that I spoke to all basically declined to comment. They wouldn't talk about it. They said it's very secret. They're not allowed to talk about it at all. And so there's very much a veil of secrecy around the whole facility. And that's really in keeping with Apple when they've got these kind of skunksworks projects or these secret projects going on. Everyone shuts down and keeps it a secret.
Now, you believe that they're working on new screens inside this lab, and the goal, of course, is thinner, lighter, better, you know, more energy efficient screens. What do you think is actually happening inside?
Well, the information that I've received from various sources indicates that it's basically a production lab. They do have production facilities inside. Now, this is not necessarily for full-scale mass production, but more like test production. Because developing a screen, it's a very thin device, the screen itself for an iPhone, and the production process is fundamentally important to the way the whole thing is put together. And so as you develop the technology, developing how to actually make it is crucially important. And so that's what they're working on for basically developments on current level types of screens such as LCD, which is the dominant technology right now globally, as well as a keen interest that Apple has in moving into OLED, which is a very different area. And that's something that they are very interested in working on more.